Rising. Thank you for tuning in to Cafe Talk Daily Brew. Today, I don't know. Today's just a day, but yesterday I caught myself watching reruns of Love and Hip Hop, and I'm just so disappointed. So, Scrappy and Bam, right? They argument was just like, I mean, most couples do argue about shit like that, but it's just like, for what? Like, why? So they got into an argument about who does what and what they did for each other, and she wouldn't have this if it wasn't for him. Whole bunch of bullshit. If I had to say. So they both going back and forth for who did what for who, and I'm just like, do it really matter? Like, what was the point of you doing it if you was gonna throw it back in their face? To me, that's just some fucking bullshit. Like, don't do nothing for me if you going to turn around and then say something to hurt my feelings about it. Like, then you ain't really want to do it in the first place. So, I just was like, I don't understand why people do stuff and then want to throw it in your face. Like, what was the point of you doing it in the first place? I don't know, maybe it's just me. But honestly, I think it's some bullshit. And I feel the same way about you giving somebody money. Like, don't give me your last if you don't have it to give, and then be like, well, I gave you $20 yesterday and I really needed it. So if you really needed it, why did you give it to me? Like, I don't know. I just feel like that's bullshit, and people shouldn't do stuff like that. Don't do something for somebody and then throw it in their face later on, and make them feel bad about what you did for them, because then that makes people not even want you to do nothing for them. So, that's just my own personal, insight on that. I mean, you could take it how you want to take it, but me personally, I just feel like that's bullshit. And for somebody to even suggest to do something for you and then want to turn around and be like, well, remember when I did this, or remember when I did that? Yeah, I remember when you did it. Yeah, I appreciate you doing it. But you bringing it up now for what? What are you proving? What are you trying to prove? Are you trying to prove that you better than me or something? Like, I don't know. What's the logic behind bringing up old shit? Because that's old shit in my eyes. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. Put a comment below. Let me know how you feel about that. But honestly, I just think that's some bullshit. Like, don't do nothing for somebody or give somebody your last if you really don't have it to give. Like, if you don't have it to give, in other words, don't give anybody anything and expect something in return. Like, if you're doing it, you should be doing it because you wanted to do it, or you felt the need to do it, and you don't expect anything back, because when you do something for somebody and you really genuinely wanted to do something for somebody, then it's going to come back 10 times fold without you even thinking about it, without you even looking for it, without you even thinking about it coming back to you. But for you to throw that back in somebody's face is like, why even do it? Why even do it? So, I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but some people just I don't know. I think that's selfish. Like when I said that in my last morning brew about people thinking you selfish for looking out for yourself, like, no, it's not selfish. If you don't want to do something for somebody, don't fucking do it. And don't do it just because you want the clout of saying, oh, I did that. Oh, they wouldn't have that if it wasn't for me. Like, okay, and you wouldn't have the clout for doing it if you wouldn't have did it for me. So now what? Now what's the backflash of that? So I don't know. I just think that people should be a little more considerate with the things that they do for people. Don't do stuff because you think you're going to get something back from it, or because you feel like it's going to give you some type of clout or street cred or whatever. I don't know. Half of the time, I don't even know what people be fucking thinking about. But it just, I don't know. It's just fucking crazy. And it don't make sense to me. Now, maybe in another world or another dimension or somebody else's mindset, maybe that makes a whole lot of fucking sense, but that just don't make sense to me. Make it make sense, because that don't make sense. Like, I don't know. If you agree with me, like this video, let me know what you think about that. If you don't like it, don't like the video, either way, it is what it is. I mean, everybody is entitled to their opinions. I'm not saying you have to agree with me. And another thing, you don't need recognition for doing something for somebody. The most that you need is a thank you. That's it. Should nobody have to go no further than a thank you. Like, thank you for doing this for me. I appreciate you doing this for me. And that should be all that you want from that. Like, it shouldn't be like a constant recognition or whatever the fuck you looking for. I don't know. But you shouldn't be trying to do all of that. So I say that to say, do what you feel is necessary at the end of the day. Like, but don't make somebody else feel bad about it. So if that's going to be your intention, then you shouldn't be fucking doing it. So that's my morning brew for today. So take that how it resonates. Do what you feel you need to do. Because at the end of the day, people want to do what they want to do anyway. So thank you for tuning in to Cafe Talk Daily Brew. I'm Miss Mina. Hope to see you next time.